Maybe I'm live on here. Heck, I don't know. I'm having to do it on my phone tonight. And I tried to do it set up with my screen sideways so it'd be the full view, guys. But it did not do. For whatever reason. You know, I'm not real enthused about my learning abilities as far as all this stuff goes. It's not helped much. I guess y'all can tell it is hot here in Georgia. Holy cow. Let me get my spectacles on because I'm having to look at this one on YouTube, on my phone. There's New Horizons Above and Beyond, and there's Jovita. Hello, Jovita. I'm going to see if I can pull this up on my laptop while I'm doing it so that maybe I can see it. Oh, I'm a few minutes early. I tried to do this, tried to get it to come up, guys, on, let's see if I'm live. Yep, I'm live. It is a little bit delayed. Yep, I'm live. I'm gonna turn the volume down so I won't have it interfering, guys. Oh, holy moly, here we go. All right, this thing's probably gonna get down from here. This thing is probably gonna get hot. Let me see if I turn it this way, what will happen? Oh, it says I have to rotate it up. Okay, well, we're going to do it like this the best we can for as long as we can. And then when I can't stand it no more, or the phone overheats, heck, I guess we'll just, it'll be the end of this live. There's Arlene and, Arlene. Okay, I just seen some more messages down through there. Okay, guys, darn. I am having one heck of a night tonight. My live stream would not let me go on live stream. They wanted me to join or some crap like that, guys. And I hate that it's a vertical live or whatever, and that it's all crookedy and back and forth and everything else, because it's just one of them days. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can prop this phone up right here. It's a little bit better, guys. It's a little bit better. Well, the camera doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot here. But there's James Clark. I got teeth. Yeah, I must have showed y'all a good view of them. Well, I went to the dentist today, and he looked at my little baby tooth that got lost the filling, or he calls it a filling, but it looked like a cap. And they set it for August the 5th for him to redo it. So I'm going to be snagged on this side for another week or two, guys. I hate that, but that's just the way it is. You know how it is when you got to wait on the dentist, because they don't get no hurry for you unless you want to pay them arm and leg. Anyway, I got something to fill. What you got, James? What have you got? Oh, lordy. God, guys, you know, I got this message from YouTube talking about the, you know, where it'll run and show who leaves the most comments and all that kind of stuff. And it may be on here. It looks like there's something up here now. If that's the case, the things will be popping up and all that. I don't know. I couldn't figure out where I had to sign up, and I just saw it a few minutes ago. Hello, Heather. Am I trans? No, Heather, I'm not. I'm a little strange, yeah, but I'm not trans. Oh, let's see. Oh, well, you know, it doesn't bother me a bit. She can ask me all the questions she wants to, and I'll tell her just as plain as I know how to. Oh, let's move on. That's right. So, guys, I've been busy all day today. I left here this morning at about 11:15, going to the dentist. And let's see. Yep, left here going to the dentist. Yeah, you gotta have to love the vertical. Yep. Yeah, I hate these things. But anyway, guys, I am so sorry. But this is the way it goes. Like I said, I'm not real bright when it comes to this stuff. But let's see, what else? Dang, guys. Yeah, I left here and went to the dentist this morning. And then I left there and I had to go get treats for the puppy dogs because they've gotten spoiled. When I say bedtime, they don't go get in their beds unless I give them a treat. You know how that goes. Anything you do, if you do it repetitively, they expect it. Hey, Wheat. Wheat said she made it tonight. She forgot all about it last week. I can understand that. I've forgotten it too before. Joey would say, are you going to do it live tonight? Oh, hello. It's Neil, I think. Is it Neil? Hiking with Jackie Boy? Can't remember. Kevin. Okay, Kevin. Neil is somebody else. I know who Neil is, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's see. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, I looked all over the place. My granddaughter is 30 weeks along now, guys. 10 more weeks and we'll be having a little bambino. And the good thing is, they told me last night that when she went to the doctor this last time, that the placenta had moved. So if it keeps moving, maybe she'll be able to have a regular birth instead of having to have a C-section, because right now it's partially attached. And they said if it moves, she'll be able to do that, because otherwise it's a danger to her and the baby both to have it vaginally with the placenta where it is now, because both of them can bleed to death. Well, you know how that goes. It's always something. Jesus. You know, if it wasn't bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck most of the time. We've been getting rain, guys, but it is so dang hot that the rain it just runs off. The earth is like cement out here. You can't dig a hole in this ground. It is nothing but red baked clay, and it's broken everywhere. My garden has just disintegrated. I've watered and watered and watered, and the plants are just yellow. I mean, I've probably gotten one batch of cucumbers to put up, and that's about it. I'm getting a few off of the cucumber plants that I growed from seed of from Jennifer Ocean, from her seed company, but not enough to even say I've been getting any. So I'm real disappointed with that, but you know, I can't help it. I mean, all I can do is water, and it's drying up so dang fast, guys. It's just ridiculous. Let's see. It did cool off last night though, guys. It thundered and carried on around here for about 20 minutes, I guess. We got just a sprinkle, just to say you got a sprinkle. I mean, you could still walk around, not even feel like you were getting wet. And it was only a few drops and it quit, but boy, did it cool off nice after that. And that's the first time we've had good, cool temperature, and God knows I could not tell y'all when. As y'all can see, I just come in from feeding the animals and getting the chickens put up, so I'm still just a little bit sweaty. That's why I'm so shiny. It's not from being special or anything, guys. You know, you walk out the door and you think, well, I still got to put the chickens up. There's no point in taking a shower until after that, you know, because as soon as you walk out the door, it hits you and you start sweating instantly. Let's see. By the way, Kevin, were you in the area? I've not watched any of your videos lately, and I do apologize, but you know, I just have so many that I try to watch. I just try to get around to them as often as I can, and that's just the best I can do. I'm not even getting my main people that I were watching before I ever started YouTube. I'm not even watching them anymore because I just don't have time. Were you in on? Do you live right there where all the damage was done? I have a good friend that lives in Texas, And he told me, I contacted him, and he told me that him and his daughter live about 2 hours away. So they were really lucky. They got a little wind and that kind of stuff, but as far as that flooding, they did not get where they live. And I was real proud for them. 80 miles northwest. Okay. Well, I'm so proud for you guys. Bless your heart. But those poor people, it is just so sad. But anyway, I rambled around this town today trying to get up the stuff to make cheese straws, little tiny bite-sized pecan pies, and the little mints like they have at weddings and showers and all that kind of stuff. Well, guys, I haven't found those mints yet. I went to 3 different grocery stores. 3 other kind of little stores, you know. I live in a small, smaller town. So I went to the Valley, and somebody told me they thought Hobby Lobby might have them. So I'll be going to Hobby Lobby tomorrow and trying to find them there, because that's my duty for the baby shower that's going to be going on this Saturday, guys. So I'm really excited about that. I got my granddaughter one of those baby monitors where they can see the baby and be up to 1,000 foot away. So that was good. I was real happy about that. D.A. Jovita Navarro. And who is D.A. Jovita Navarro? Or who is D.A.? I don't understand. Is that somebody that you guys know? I've never seen you before. If you're new, honey, I apologize. But anyhow, it's good to have you if you are. Oh, D.A. is a troll. Okay, well, get rid of him. We don't need any trolls in here. I've had bad enough luck. Okay. Right. Well, they must have added this thing automatically, because I see Jovita is the #1 commenting on my channel right now. So, guys, they have added this. YouTube automatically added it. If you leave a message, it's like a little contest, and everybody that leaves messages or does what is it, the gift or the donation, I don't even, I have not even set that up, because I mean, I don't want to feel like I want somebody to give me money. That's just ridiculous, Uh-oh. D.A. says he is not a troll. Okay, D.A., I hope you're not, hon, and if you're not, you're very welcome to be in here. So tell us about yourself. Where are you from, D.A.? Like I say, it's been one of those days, guys. So I was out rambling today till after 2:30 this afternoon, trying to find stuff for this dang shower. It wasn't hard to find the cheeses and stuff, but for everything else, it was psycho. To buy those little pre-made pie crust. It's a disaster, guys. I finally got to the point to where I was just going to buy. I'm not good at making pie crust, guys. I am not good at it. I do not make good fluffy pie crust. I hate it, but I don't. But I was going to attempt to just make some pie crust, or buy some dough to make pie crust with, pre-made dough that I could form and put into little trays or whatever. I was so disgusted, guys. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, smash that thumbs up, Jovita said. That's why Jovita has got the #1 thing there. Okay, figured out what's going on. Maybe, anyway. But guys, we have been working around here. I went down and picked what few cucumbers I had out there on the vine, and dang, half of them are yellow. About half of the cucumber itself is yellow. But I picked what was there, and they're not even they're not shaped like, how cucumbers usually long and slender, or long and, so long, whatever. Well, these are more round, I guess, because it's been so dang dry. They're just not getting enough enough moisture. I guess being in those raised beds, the ground is just sucking what water is in the raised beds out too, along with what little bit the plants are getting, even though I'm watering the heck out of them. So, I don't know. I really wish I could set back up my, I had a drip system set up, and I need to get back and try to figure out how to get it set back up. I had it set up to where I could hook it up to the hose, and I had this huge tank. I had a tank that holds about 1,200 gallons of water that I had catching rainwater off the roof of the house. But when we put the new carport in, I had to move it. And I could reset it up. I just didn't, guys. You know how that goes. And it'd kind of be in the way to pull in. But that's just the way it goes, you know. I could figure out how to do it if I just take the time to do it. So it's always something, guys. It's always something. Anyway, so I was trying to get something done around here. And you know how it goes. I just hadn't got around to it yet. But I worked and worked around here trying to get things going. Let's see. DA, are you still in here? If you are, tell me where you're from. Guys, and by the way, whenever I put out videos, y'all leave a comment for me. Hey, get my videos out there. I know they're not that wonderful, but what little bit, I'm doing the best I can. On my last, the Gold Camp video that I did for the 4th of July, guys, I did not know when you're editing that you have to, I thought I could, what do you call it, zoom in. I wanted to zoom in on the little guy on the mini bike, the huge guy on the mini bike. He was a full-grown man riding a little bitty, maybe a 50, I don't know. Or if there's anything smaller than a 50, I don't know. But boy, he was speeding down through there. And I wanted to get him, and I tried to zoom in on it. Well, when I did that, it would not allow me to zoom back out on the rest of the film. So there, for the next section, the camera was right up. It looked like it was right up on me while I was talking. In fact, it only got about half of my face. So live and learn, live and learn. I have got to get me another editing thing. Filmora is just getting more and more expensive. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. But anyhow, that's just the way it goes. Several people have told me they're going to have to do something. Yeah, y'all do check that out. It's a really cool place over there. If you've not ever been to any place like that, it's just a real nice, small creeks and river, and it has tons of campsites, and it has regular hookup campsites, and then it's all way out in the country. I mean, way out in the country. There's not gas stations around. You got to drive probably 5 or 6 miles just to get to a store. It's out in the boondocks, but it's really a cool place, and a lot of people go there, and they do a lot of panning, high banking, you know, using sluices and dredges and all that kind of stuff. So I tried to just kind of give an overall of what all there is out there. And I showed you guys that every 4th of July over there, they do a dinner for people. It's a late afternoon, early evening dinner. And then after that, they do a huge fireworks show. And of course, I only showed a little bit of the fireworks. And I had fireworks sounds in there. But for some reason, Filmora said that I was going to get copyrighted for those, so I had to take those out of there. Duh, they were the fireworks that come with the video. But I guess they thought it was something, they kept claiming it was something, you know, from, I don't know. It just crazy. I just do not understand, guys. I do not understand. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Let's see. The Gold Camp is really a cool place. My friend Wheat that's on here, she's been over there with me before, and she had a great time. We took all our dogs. That was right when I had Boo, my most precious dog in the whole world, guys. He was my angel. And she took her little dog, and we just had a grand old time. That's where we met my friend that lives in Texas. He and his daughter were over there, and he had stopped to talk to some friends of mine. And so we just all loaded up in his truck, and he hadn't seen us. He was going down to the river, and it was a long walk, and we were taking all our chairs and stuff to go get in the creek or in the river. So we were parked on the creek, but we wanted to go to the river. So anyway, we just loaded up in his truck, and Wheat goes, "We're going to get in jail. We're going to get in trouble." I said, "Come on." sure enough, he come back and he looked at us, and there was 3 women sitting in his truck with all their junk piled on the back of it. He just kind of laughed. He said, "What's going on?" We said, "We just need a lift." So he took us down to the creek. We had a great time, guys. That's how we meet people around here. So you don't find no strangers around this place. Not around in the country where I live, anyway. So, it wasn't nothing for me to walk up and talk to all the people that were doing their sluicing and all that stuff. Yes, we sure do need to do it again, Wheat. I'm excited about that. I've got to figure out how. I tried to go live on my laptop, guys. I pulled up my channel, and if there's a way to do it and you guys know how to do it, please let me know, because I pulled up my channel and I tried to go live, and it's, I clicked go live and whatever, and it came up just like it would on StreamYard, and I went to try to put a picture on it, and it wouldn't take my picture, and it was going to be setting up for, I don't know, it just wouldn't come up. It just wouldn't act right. So, that's how it goes with me. I don't know. Crazy, but... Lots of YouTube. Yes, I know David got hacked. And I've heard of a couple others. Yeah, I hope I don't get hacked. But they ain't going to get a darn thing if they think they're going to get any videos on me. Because I've made about $250 is all I've made off of YouTube. So they're welcome to it if they need it worse than I do. As far as my videos right now, I don't think anybody's going to steal my videos either. Because they're just not that fantastic, I'm just a small channel, and they usually try to hack bigger channels. So that they can get the money and the videos and all that stuff. So if they do, I'll do the best I can at trying to get them prove that they're my videos, just like everybody else. It's right depressing to think that there are people out there that have nothing else to do but scam people and try to take over something that somebody else has worked hard to do. But that's the way it is. That seems to be the way of the world now, guys. Oh, gosh, guys, I am burning up. And I'm in the house, dang. Whew. If I was even 10 years younger, I'd swear I was going through menopause. It could be. I don't know. How long does this stuff last? But I'm sweating right here, sitting in the darn chair, and there's a vent right here beside me, dang. I don't know what I'm going to do. But, let's see. Anyway. But I've been working around here trying to get things done. I've got to start out. I'm going to probably about Wednesday, I'll make up my cheese straws and have them ready and done. And probably Thursday, I'll make the little pecan pies, and I'll probably go ahead and put them in the freezer and let them freeze. And that way they'll be cold for when she sets them out, because they're going to be set up and set out, for several hours before all the people get there probably at the thing. And that way they'll have time to thaw, and hopefully it'll look nice, and not be done got soggy, or, not soggy, but you know what I mean, gotten, it's going to how hot, I don't know how good the air conditioning is in the little church reception hall or whatever it is. Anyway, so hopefully we won't have any problems with that, guys. Let's see. Hey, Heartland HQ with Dick and Tank. How are you, hon? It's so good to see you on here. Like I said, it's just been burning up here. I'm sweating now. Like I said, I'm sweating here sitting at the table. But I'm going to get up with someone else that hopefully Peter or Jeff with Bobblehead, or somebody that's really good at all of this stuff, and they can talk me into it. Now, Jerry with Butler Family Farm, he has worked with me a little bit too, and I have to give him credit because he did taught me more about Phil more than I've learned since then. Um, I know that's right, Tamara, by the grace of God, isn't it? We're all real lucky that we're not in the same situation them people out there in Texas are. It just tears me up. Uh, but anyway, you know how that goes. Uh, mm, Hot here too, and Charlie got him a summer haircut. Oh, okay. Good for Charlie. So did you get him real short or just trimmed back up like you had him this last time? Wait. Uh, yeah. Have you put Charlie in the pool yet? Now, I don't know about your dogs, but some of mine really like the pool. In fact, I had a little kiddie pool set up here, one of those little, with the little blow up things, and some of them would jump in and out of the pool out here on the deck and be cool. But then some of them wouldn't have nothing to do with water, left or right. Now, my friend that lives over here that I ended up giving one of my Yorkies to, uh, that would never breed, and when she did breed, she was the one that would kill her babies and eat her babies. So I decided I didn't need her. That was back when I was breeding, guys. Um, she has a big in-ground pool, and she said she loves getting in the swimming pool. And she has them little floats made up that they can get in the pool, and if they want to paddle around, doggy paddle around, they can, or whatever. It is so cute. And she's got all kinds of animals too, like I do. So, you know, we ought to be best friends. It's so funny. I just enjoyed going over there. She had a great big, dang. Anyway, she just had a litter of puppies. I think she had 13. Irish setter. Was it Irish setter? Irish setter. I'm not sure what the dog was. Lab? No, she wasn't a lab. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Dang, I can't think of what the dog is. But anyway, 13 puppies. Can you imagine? My mom, when my mom passed away, I ended up with her German Shepherd. And I had no idea she was pregnant. I came home from work one night, and that dog had snow on the ground. And she had had puppies all over the yard. I got out of the car, and I just went to picking up puppies, and I don't think any of them, I think about 3 of them made it out of the slew she had. And she had like 14 or so. She had a huge litter of them. And most of them had froze. I felt so bad about it because I didn't even realize she was pregnant, never even realized she was in heat. And I lived way out in the country then, even further out than I live now. And there weren't any other dogs around there. So something had to come, or she roamed a long ways or something while I was at work. So there's no telling what she bred with. But the little puppies all of them looked like little German Shepherd puppies. I was so sad. Anyway. Let's see. Guys, my phone may go dead here. Looks like I've got a good bit of phone time right now, but, you know, these things overheat quite. Is the sound back on? I hope the sound's back on. I think I had bumped the speaker on the side here, guys. You know I don't know what I'm doing, but anyhow, that looks like what it was. Oh. Anyway, but, oh, Lord. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody, y'all. Uh, But I told him, I said, if you don't come in and sit down and rest and cool off, you're going to have a stroke out there in all that heat, because it's been close to 100 every day this past week. And I mean, you can't walk out the door. His clothes will be absolutely soaking wet. He'll have to come in and change his socks because he sweated so much that his shoes soak up with, are wet. His socks are wet inside his shoes. And I just can't take that kind of heat, guys. So my little fat butt's laid up in here in a recliner, not doing housework. I'm looking at videos or something on YouTube. You know, what can I say? I'm not a very good wife and housekeeper. Oh. Yeah. But I am hoping, let's see. Hey, there's Tiny Farm Nuggets. Oh, she feels peachy now. Well, good for you, hon. It's good to see you. It is really good to see you. Yeah, we have, like I said, we have just been sweating and burning up and just trying to live and breathe with all this heat and humidity that we got down here in Georgia. Whew. Yeah, poor Joey. I feel so sorry for him out there. And I try to get him to come in and sit down and you know, cool off. But he won't. He says if he comes in, it makes it that much worse when he does go out. But I don't see how that could be. But he'll go out there and sit in his, he'll go out there and sit in his swing. He has an old iron swing that he has out here. And he'll go out and sit in his swing and rest and cool off, I guess, best he can in what little bit of shade. You know, it's not that much out there, but I guess it makes a lot of difference. Let's see. I lived in High Falls Lake, outside of Griffin, Georgia for a year. Well, then you know exactly how hot it is out there, guys, because in Georgia it is super hot. And if you were on the side of a lake, unless it was a huge lake and you had a lot of wind, you know what it is like, because I live 10 minutes from 8 minutes, 7 minutes something from West Point Lake. So I get all the temperature and all that much more humidity coming off of that lake. You know how that goes. So Griffin, Georgia, you weren't very far from me at all. Griffin is probably 35 minutes from me where I live. Maybe 35, maybe 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes from me. North of me, in fact. Well, kind of northeast of me, I'm assuming. Anyway, now, I'm assuming this is Deborah with Tiny Farm Nuggets. If it's not, let me know. Maybe Brent. Anyway, oh, goodness. Yeah, if it is, Deborah, your husband told me that you guys have tons of rabbits. And when I was out that way, yeah, it's Brent. Okay. I hijacked. You hijacked her channel for a little while. That's okay, Brent. You come on, hun. Tricks are for kids. We got tons of rabbits. I know that's right. Oh, well, you know, when I was out that way, I thought about coming back in, but I had no idea where I could find you guys. So I just, you know, when you're out that way and you're so tired, you just say, to heck with it, I'm going home. So I hit the road and come straight on through. I didn't even stop in Arkansas this year. I stopped last year. Well, I went to the YouTube channel there last year. I think Peter's going to be having one next year. I'm excited about that. I'm hoping that it will be, you know, because that's a lot closer than it is. It's another several hours. What, 4 hours, 4.5 hours or whatever, on over into Oklahoma, where I've been going to the other meetups. And they're claiming that MT Homestead, that the Mid-America is going to be in Texas this next year. So I'm hoping that that will be closer, but I don't know if it'll be a bit closer for me. But we will see. Okay, you guys will be at Peter's meetup. Okay, cool. Yeah, I met you guys at the Arkansas River Valley meetup, you and your wife. It was a super one. I sure wish they had another one there this year, because I really liked that place. It was cool, very nice campground. And for anybody that's older or on disability or anything, you can get the pass, the golden pass or whatever, and the pass for handicapped people, and it cuts the price of the camping sites in half. So it really helps when you're a senior, believe me, especially when all your animals eat up all the darn money you make you bring in every week. Let's see. I bet it would be a lot closer for you guys. Yep, yes. Well, you guys live over that way somewhere close to, somewhere in that area close to Jeff and all of them, don't you, Brent? I know when your house burned that a lot of people came over in that whole area and helped you guys do clean up and all that, and I know that was a devastating time for you guys. Oh, they live in Myrna. Okay. Okay, cool. Guys, my peppers did not do anything that I planted this year. I don't think that they got enough moisture or something. The weeds overgrow them for one thing, and I guess trying to pull the weeds out of there, I messed around and I had a lot of hay that I had in the stalls from where the sheep were born. Well, I should not have put the hay in there, I guess, and then put it straight, because normally you can take sheep poop and put it straight in your garden like for fertilizer. It's like rabbit poop, it's not going to burn up your vegetables or whatever. But it had some seed in there from the hay, I'm assuming. And so I have had every kind of weed you can imagine coming up in the middle of my garden. The weeds, you can pull them every day, and it's like they come back every day. Overnight, you got them that many more. You pull one, and 3 more pull up behind it, I guess, or pop up behind it. I don't know. It makes you wonder. It really does. But I thought about my poor old garden. I have got to, if the temperature ever cools down enough, and it rains enough to where I can break. Let's see. Oh, we got a new person in there. Hello. Uh-oh. They must have said something they shouldn't have. Okay. That's all right then. Didn't get anything in the ground. Did get a volunteer tomato, marigold, and 1 sunflower. I didn't get any sunflowers, and I didn't get any in the ground this year. Hello. Harry Kershaw Ready. Hello. How are you? Yeah, I know it. Really, I know it. Dang, it's making me have a hard time reading my my messages and everything else. It's just weird, I understand those volunteers. Yep, I understand that too. I did get some zinnias volunteered up, and that was kind of cool because I wasn't expecting them. And they come up in my strawberries of all places, because I didn't even drop any zinnia seeds. Where my zinnias had been at wasn't anywhere close to where my strawberries were. And I didn't get that many strawberries this year. I was really surprised. We got some little teeny tiny ones early. And of course we picked them. My granddaughter was here, and she and I would go out there every day and go through the strawberries and pick them off. But we didn't get enough to freeze or do anything with this year. That's why I didn't do a video. I understand that. Let's see. How do you need my help? I will help you if I possibly can. If it's something that I can do, as long as it's not anything nasty you're going to ask me about. So go ahead, hit it. We'll either delete you or I'll try to answer. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, we have been like I say, my garden didn't do anything. So I'm just really disappointed, and my lemon trees did not do anything. I've got about 5 lemons, and I'm hoping that they stay on there. I do have 2 or 3 that are about big as a silver dollar right now, so hopefully they will make it. You need small financial help. Well, baby, you're looking at the wrong place, hon. You will have to talk to someone else. Because I'm a senior and we ain't got no money. Oh, your tomato plant has lots of blooms. That is great. Well, you know, I've gotten quite a few tomatoes off of my few plants, even though they're drying up like crazy. I understand that, Brent. I do understand that. I could use some financial help at times, too. But I don't think I'd go on and ask nobody on TV for it. Or on YouTube for it. That's the way it goes. You know, people do that. But anyway, your cypress vine I gave you is going crazy, and be glad when it starts. Okay, cool. Hopefully you'll get lots of blooms. I did, honey, I had you a ton of seeds off of my tiger lily blooms. And they started rooting, and I was going to try to get them down there to you this past weekend. And we went all the way down to the flea market at $2.80. Well, the flea market was closed, and then I forgot all about bringing those folks by to you. I did not know that they had the damage that they had. But anyway, that's just the way it goes. One little tomato I pulled first because they came at the bottom of the plant. Yep. Well, maybe you will have good luck. I'm thinking about trying to replant. It's not too late. And maybe put them in pots and put them in a shaded area. Maybe they won't dry out so quick. Because I've just not had any luck right now with what I'm doing. Like I say, I mean, you water out, go out there and water with a watering can or whatever. And the next day it just looks like it hadn't got any water at all, guys. Yeah, well, you know what? The volunteer tomatoes sometimes do better than the ones that don't. I had darn cantaloupe volunteer out in my pasture out here. And you know, the goats did not bother those plants, or the sheep, or the horse. Nothing bothered them. And so I let them suckers get big, and I ate them. They were good, too. And how they could grow in the middle of a darn pasture with all those animals running around and nothing, you know, how? I don't know. I don't understand it. But anyway, it was kind of cool. I better switch my butt nuggets. Uh-oh. Yep. Deborah's going to be after you. Oh, let's see. There we go. Now I can speak freely. There you go, Brent. Yep. Deborah, get on to you for being ugly on her channel, won't she? But that's okay. Let's see. But guys, we are probably not going to stay on here a whole lot longer. Let's see. No worries. Love you guys. Hey, that's the way to do it out here, guys. That's the way to do it. Well, we have been trying to get things done around here. You know, there have been several people that are scamming right here in LaGrange, and it's really sad that they scam these old, you know, I don't think I'm old anymore. Like, you know, I used to think somebody 60-something years old was old, but now that I'm in that stage of life, I'm just old, but I don't think I'm that old, you know. It's a weird how your aspect of life and how you feel, because I know when I was in my 30s even, I still thought 65 or 70 years old was old, but now I look at it and 65 or 70 is not old at all, guys. But, it's just average age. I remember that when I was a kid, guys, this is no lie, we had this insurance salesman come to our house, and my mom had cut off shorts on, blue jean shorts, and she was a little woman, petite kind of built lady. And she had her top tied up, pulled up, her shirt pulled up and tied, and she was out in the yard playing with us. Well, this guy come up and asked if her mama was home, and we looked at her, and she says, "No, Mom's not here right now." Because she didn't want to listen to his spilled selling. Wait says she's old. It took her a long time to get this. Oh, yeah, honey. We worked hard at getting this way, didn't we, baby? Oh, yes, we sure did. We enjoyed all the things we done then, but we probably paying for them now. We're probably paying for them now. But that's okay. It goes way too fast. Spend the first half of your life you want to get older. The second half you want to get younger. And the sad part is then half of us get Alzheimer's and we go back to being younger. It's really sad. It's just the way it. Loving every minute of it. That's right. That's right. It was worth it, Lee. Wait, it was worth it. It was a lot of fun, I'll tell y'all that. Some of it I remember, a lot of it I remember, and some of it I don't, but it was all fun, I guarantee you. Back in the day. I'm glad there wasn't all the cameras back then that there are now, because boy, howdy. Or the ones that took them was them Instamatic ones you didn't make copies of and stuff like that. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. But, guys, we hadn't got but about maybe 12, 13 more minutes. But I appreciate y'all. And hopefully in the next sometime real soon, we can get something going on here that's actually more interesting for all of you guys. You have no clue. You have no clue whether you had fun or not. Brent, I can imagine. Oh, lordy, lordy. Yep. Yeah. No clue is the build map for your channel. Bitmap. Okay, didn't know that. Thank you, Brent. I love you guys too, and you crack me up too. You can come up with some stuff to say. Even when you're a little on the south side, it's funny. Because I've been there. Oh. You have no clue, and then you did. Ain't that the truth? Oh, yeah. Have no clue. I see that. Okay. Okay, I understand. Didn't even think about that. I understand. No clue. It's like, okay. You're pretty good with this YouTube stuff too, Brent. Is that what you do for a living? Because, man, I just wish I had grown up in the time. There's Rhonda Dotson. Hey, Rhonda. How are you? Yeah, I just wish I had grown up in a time where, we had that kind of stuff. Back when I was in school, guys, they didn't even have computers in the school, And the first computer they had that we knew anything about took up a whole room. And it was just in a huge department store, the only big huge department store we had around this town. And my mom worked there, and they sent her to Atlanta to learn how to use this darn computer, but they had computer specialists hired. But she had to do certain things in there, and she says, I don't know what in the heck they think I'm going to learn in a week or two in Atlanta. But anyway, she was a very smart person. She was valedictorian of her class, and she was just really quick and mentally very smart. She just loved my daddy, I guess. That's all I can figure. She put up with him for so many years. Anyway. Okay, so you are a dummy computer programmer. Well, see there, you're one that can do all of this stuff because you know how it's done. I have no clue. I mean, just trying to go in and figure out how to do some of this stuff just leaves me like, I'm sitting there like with my tongue stuck out, wondering what in the heck is going on now? Where do I go? It'll tell me something. And like Phil Moore had a thing, and I said, and they were giving like a survey, and it's, was this helpful? Was that blah, blah, blah? I asked you a million questions. And I told them, I said, I wish you guys would explain this stuff in terms that people that know absolutely nothing about computers, because they'll go through there in like 2 seconds and tell you something. But unless you know something about these things, you don't have, programmer does not need hardware. It does not. Okay then. Well, dang, hun. Lordy. Well, oh boy, I'm telling you, writing programs and writing code. That just my grandkids are learning how. My grandsons are learning how to do that stuff, and they're good at it. And they're just like 15, 16. And the other one's 21 now. I mean, it's just amazing to me how good they are at stuff. They must teach all that in school now, how to do it. Because they'll go in and write code for video games that they want to do between themselves and stuff. And it's just crazy. And I told them, I said, if y'all enjoy it, why don't you, try to set this up and sell it to somebody. They don't want to go to all that trouble. So darn. I mean, they even go in and have their own little avatars, I guess is what you call them, that do all the dancing around and fighting and kicking and all that kind of stuff. It's just amazing. Oh, your younger son works for a Japanese gaming company. Cool. I bet he makes some big bucks. And you know what? I wish I was that smart. Good for both of your sons. Yep, good for both of your sons. So you must have taught them a lot about your job and to get them that interested in it. That is so cool. So I bet he speaks fluent Japanese. That's cool. I wish I could speak. I know a little bit of Spanish, guys. Very little. I mean, I know how to get to the bathroom and to find a restaurant and ask for directions or to order certain foods, that kind of stuff. But as far as conversational Spanish, they'll go to blah, 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 thinking I know what they're saying. And I go, whoa, back it up. I just know a little bit of Spanish, Yep, they grew up with computers. That's exactly right. Good for them. I imagine they're a lot younger than my oldest child should have learned some. And my second child was super smart. Brandy is super smart, and her kids are super smart. Even the ones that have issues are super smart. Bano, that's right. Where's the Bano? 33 and 37. My youngest daughter is 38, I believe. Yeah, 38. And so she grew up in that era and took a lot of classes, in school. And then her husband is just super, super smart. I mean, he is really good at this stuff. And he does this in P-Mail there in the Air Force. And so they travel around and, he's taken all kind of, he's going to be a electrical engineer, mechanical or electrical engineer. And so he's taken all kinds of classes and learned all kinds of stuff on his own. And so, you know, and they pass it down to the kids. And once the oldest kid learns it, then he passes it down to the next one, and so on and so forth. No, she's married and got 4 kids, guys. 4 kids. She had 3 boys, and the doctor told her she did not need to try again because all 3 of them were born early. And the last one was real early. So they told her that for her health and all, she did not need to try to have any more kids. So they adopted a little girl. So that she wanted a little girl so bad, I guess she'd have just kept on having babies if it hadn't been for that. I'm going, holy cow, girl. They were like stepstools, you know, those 3. Yeah. So anyway, that's the way it goes. No, she's super smart, though, and beautiful, too, for that matter. Oh, thank you so much, Brent. Thank you so much. He may be lying, y'all. I see that laugh he's got up there. But guys, we don't have but about 4 minutes left, and I am going to tell y'all, be nice to other folks. Let's try not to I had one guy shoot me a bird out the window of the car today. I don't know what the heck I did wrong to this time, to now. When he was shooting the bird, I just waved because I didn't know what the heck I'd done wrong. You know? He got upset about something and shot a bird at me. I guess I was going too slow or something for him. But I was in town in a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, you know. So I was probably doing 40. I might have been doing 42 for that matter, 43. But anyway, he wasn't happy with it, I don't think, because he buzzed around me like a maniac and shot me the bird all the way around me and could run in front of me like, you know, change lanes and got in front of me. But that's just the way it goes. I just smiled and waved. I don't know what in the heck. You know, the dumber you are, the easier it is to let that stuff slide off your back. Not when I was young, though, guys. I had a heck of a temper. But anyhow, I guess, guys, we're going to be getting out of here. But I am so proud for you guys. And, you know, if it wasn't for y'all and checking out my channel and watching my videos and being consistent, I don't guess that I would even have a channel. And I have 4,501, I think, subscribers. And I'd lost a few and gained a few. And you know how that goes. But I'm just proud to be here, and I'm doing the best I can, guys. So y'all hang in there with me, and thank you so much, Brent. I love all the comments. You keep me rolling, so I enjoy you coming in. But we're going to get out of here, and we're going to let y'all go on. There's another channel that comes in right behind me. So I guess I'm going to go get me something to drink. Try to get these dogs put up and go in and check out his channel. So I will see y'all next week. Hopefully, we will see all y'all if I can figure out how to get the live up on the YouTube live up on my laptop. We'll do that next week. So, and y'all won't have to see me verticalized. So bye, y'all. I love you. We'll see y'all next week. Let me figure out how to get out of here now.